actually.
Sisters. Could this be the day we die? This could be the breathing problems started almost immediately, and they were told they weren't sick, they were crazy. And then, as the illnesses got worse, things became more apparent. Well, okay, you're sick, but it's not from the pile. And then, when the science became irrefutable, okay, it's the pile. But this is a New York issue. I don't know if we have the money. And I'm sorry if I sound angry and undiplomatic, but I'm angry. And you should be too, and they're all angry as well. And they have every justification to be that way. There is not a person here, there is not an empty chair on that stage that didn't tweet out, never forget the heroes of 9/11, never forget their bravery, never forget what they did, what they gave to this country. Well, here they are. And where are they? And it would be one thing if their callous indifference and rank hypocrisy were benign, but it's not. Your indifference cost these men and women their most valuable commodity.
Someone said also, yes, the fundraising companies, some of the ones that were actually getting shut down around that time, around the time 9/11 happened. Yeah, we were working for some of those companies for a little while, yeah. Between the years of 99 and 2002, off and on there. Right, and we've tried to educate people about that, and we have educated many people about that. I think we say try, because it doesn't seem to hit the ears. Yeah, I see what you mean. Right, because when they do understand it, it doesn't get addressed. Because we told you we're talking about the non-negotiables, the hostage situations. The ones that are all tied up and confused and intermingled with investigators and FBI, police, CIA, cartel investigations, get the Nazis, non-vaxxers, bullies. Yeah, it's a lot to get through, huh? Yeah, so those fundraising companies were getting shut down. East Coast Marketing, that operated out of Westbrook, is one of the ones. Right, well, when you look at the operations and how it works a lot like, just like scouting and touting for anything else, they're scouting and touting for people off the street. These managers would go around hiring runaways and people with warrants, doing fundraisers for police and firefighters, usually about 3 or 4 weeks in each spot, all over New England. Mostly firefighters and police, sometimes Special Olympics. Right, why they get shut down? Right, well, when you see the snuff industry going on and how they're feeding runaways and mouthy people, I know when you see how easily they get rid of people and how they were killing people. Just like that. I mean, nobody would say anything. What are you going to say, right? It's just another druggie, another runaway. What are you going to report? Yep, happens. Like, what are you going to report? It's like, yeah, we know. We pulled their body out of the river a few days ago. What about who? Oh, some of those fundraisers? Yeah, those people that raise money for us, and I know they help clean up the streets of the druggies and the junkies. They're not going to say that point blank, but so they're spreading the drugs and helping to kill, to rape and kill some of the young junkies they find on the street that they hire. I mean, I'm having a hard time. I'm trying to understand where you're coming from, sir. Isn't that funny? I happen to be one of those runaways that was fed to the pigs. It's just a fucking miracle that I survived. I don't know. I have no idea, really. I'm amazed, too. I know, there's moments, I've had moments over the years where I'm like, did I die? And they put my consciousness in another body that kind of looks like me. I know, even I think that sometimes. I know, and just joking around about it, like just saying it like in a, you think those things sometimes. Just for fun, right? It's just a form of speech. It tastes heavenly. I saw fireworks. Man. So no, I'm just saying. Are you okay with that? And they usually are. Right, because it's just the runaways, the destitutes, people that should have been locked up, right? Yeah, because that was around the time I had been put on the programs. They had wanted to give me 10 years for being a troubled teen. I drank a lot, right? I know, I think a lot of people, too, were kind of off-put at how, yeah, I mean, there's drugs being dealt in from the Middle East. Child molesters were growing up around, and they want to lock me up. For what? I know, it wasn't like it was, too habitual. Right, so when you see how these people dealing in drugs from the Middle East and targeting retards and immigrants, I mean, doing some pretty heavy stuff, yeah? Work with state workers and nasty fucks and activists to scoop up the people they think should have been locked up. I know, the ones that don't conform to the family business. It's not okay. People get upset. Do you know how many people have come to me crying that they've lost a family member of an overdose? Or they're concerned about the adult activity going on with the youngsters? I know. And then look at what happened too with that. A lot of the abuse got ignored there. And a lot of them were focused on the guy that was dating my sister. Right. I mean, those girls were fighting over this guy, right? I mean, the modeling, the sexy pictures, so innocent. Their parents should have known better, I know. Right, so the photographers from the Oprah show, and then a few other people, locals, visitors, out-of-staters, passerbys, druggies. You just want a cake? We got pizza too. Oh, pizza. Can't go wrong with cake and pizza, can you? Do 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 do. Right, so there was some pretty serious trafficking and abuse going on, and then you have these fucking nasty state workers and druggies targeting me. I got beat up a few times by groups of people, huh? Some retired military. I wouldn't consider him retired military. He was more like a punk ass fucking bitch. Wearing his, he liked wearing those fish hats, you know, the floppy fish hats. I like those hats. I should get a few. Yeah, exactly like the one that Dylan had on his desk the other day. Yeah, it's the USA one. I like that, the flags. Yeah. And he was playing with a pussycat and a crustacean. Yeah, the crusty pussy, it's an old joke. Some of those lines. It's good to know you know each other. Or you heard it through the grapevine. Or sometimes things just become a common joke. Right, it goes from being small town to big time. Just like that. Right, Mr. Spielberg? I know, and it was around that time, too. It was right around that time. This was early 90s, yeah. Mom goes flying by the house. Thought she saw a UFO. I know, you're trying to tell her, Mom, okay, that was probably like a drone. It was a flying machine. RC planes. When did the term drone actually become a household name? It wasn't too long ago. What about MP3 players? MP3 players. The MP3 players. So yeah, drones have actually been out since the 1800s. Just so you know. Right, because there was a few people in class that were like, drones didn't exist back then. See, that's just the mentality, and that's when we're looking to Congress, news people, educators, anybody? Nope, you want to play your fucking games too, okay. Dumb fucking nasty fucking pieces of entitled shit. You got a contract for that piece of shit? You got a fucking contract? Look at that, pieces of shit can sign contracts. Pigs do fly. Congratulations. The British de Havilland DH.82B Queen Bee, developed in 1935. This is fun stuff to learn about, yeah. Deploy. Deploy. Did you know that Austria used unmanned hot air balloons loaded with explosives to attack Venice. During World War I, early remote-controlled flying bombs, like the 1917 American Kettering Bug and the 1916 British Ruston Proctor aerial target, were developed. This is fascinating stuff. How exciting. I love learning about this stuff. It's so neat. And over again, I find myself going, why don't they put this more into the education system? You don't want them to know what you're using to spy on them? Okay. So that's been the age-old, what, it's so fucking stupid. Okay, Deputy Dewey, Eugene, okay, ready to report for duty, Sergeant. Aren't you cool? Wow, you do such great work. Thank you for your service, for real. Hats off to you, hats off. I don't know, then we go to the basketball game, and some of the freaking goons and druggies that were probably operating the unmanned fucking RC toy. I know, she's telling them what she saw, and I'm looking at them like, they better be down to earth, because she won't listen to me. Oh no, and they're just like, oh yeah, I saw it too. I know, I was just like, you fucking assholes. Motherfuckers. And all you can do is just whisper and groan and grunt under your fucking breath. It was shortly before that, before she dated the older child molester dude. Yeah. You know, I don't think he did anything, actually. It was other people more concerning. I actually don't think he... If you want to say, okay, he did because he was dating young women, teenagers, okay. I mean, they were 16. Parents were okay with it. He lived with us. He was a nice guy. He taught me how to breathe through my nose. Taught me how to judo chop. Taught me how to break boards with my head. Well, the form anyways, you know. I can't break a board with my head, but I know the process. The stance. You want to lead. You want to lead with your butt. I know. Yeah, when you think about that, so it was, before, it was a little bit before him, she was dating that foreign exchange student. This is one of the greatest moments of my life. I thought it was so fucking hilarious. And I feel like I'm the only one that got it, me and the foreigner. Besides, me and the foreigner, he got it too, I think. But he did, but he didn't. She was dating this foreign exchange student, and he pulled in the driveway, and he was driving a red Lamborghini. And he had a car phone, and I'd never seen a car phone before. I'd seen a Lamborghini, but not a car phone. And it actually made a call. I know, like, you don't believe it. Like, you actually want to call someone yourself, right? Like, they can just pretend, like, dial a number and be like, hey, and you hear a voice on the other end. That can all be, right? No, you give me that thing. I'm dialing my friend. Hold on. If they pick up, holy shit. Ring, ring. Hello? Are you in on this? In on what? Never mind. What the hell is the matter with that girl? name was Yuichi. Yuichi. Dude, I thought it was a fucking joke. Listen, I might have only been 11, but I'd seen a lot of movies and read a lot of books. And my grandparents, I had French, really 100% thick French grandparents on one side. I don't know what the other side is. They're like angry German, trained to hand combat fucking psychos. Yeah, anyways. They're all dead. I know, it's like the ones that are still alive. Who's she talking about? All recovering from their fucking fentanyl and years of fucking psychosis. Yeah, we're not talking about you. We're talking about like hard rock, all the old fucks that are dead. Yeah, they used to call my dad's dad hard rock. Yeah, anyways. He was an asshole, huh? I don't know. I never met him. That's what I hear, though. Anyways. What, my Nana? She was a bitch, too? That's what I hear. She was nice to me. She used to bite her knuckles. She'd be like, I'm gonna kill you! She'd fucking bite her knuckles. They were all a bunch of fucking idiots. Dealing their drugs. Killing each other. Who's that? That was, yeah, I remember that. I was pretty young. That is my dad's cousin. Yeah, those guys, David and Donnie, yeah, they're dead. Died of, alcoholism, pills. They pilled and drank themselves to death. Yeah, David's, one of his wives there that he had 2 daughters with. She was in the truck when they got into an accident. She got killed. They lived. Good reason to drink yourself into a stupor. Or not. Some say it's a good reason to turn the page, right? Yeah, some take the high road, some take the low road. Some are stuck in the middle with you. But I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling there's something ain't right. What, David's last name? He's a Gallagher. Yeah. Yeah, he's dead now. Yeah, he's dead. He used to live up on the Cookson Road. Yep, you're correct. See, so some of these investigators and stuff, they're saying shit. They wouldn't know that unless, they were family or friend or... See, certain ones, I know. Yeah, and sometimes family turns investigator, right? Yeah, people go in and out of law enforcement, military, state workers, working with some military people to get the retards. And see how this works? All right, so this shit's gone on for years. I'm 44 years old, man, and we're so fed up with people, I'm telling you. This shit got old in the 90s. So 97... look at the history of David Wilcock and the programs he was talking about. Implantation devices, for tracking and probationary measures. Right, so, in this day and age, it's all that's already sorted out. All those nuts and bolts have already been, the quirks and the kinks there. There's always still new developments and things that can be improved on and interference and stuff like that. But that's just like anything else, like a radio. Sometimes it gets a little staticky. But you have more of a clear connection because you're connected to the satellite, right? Yeah, like Sirius XM or the satellite radio. That's why a lot of people get that, because then they don't got to deal with the stations going in and out. I don't know, are you ever listening to a station and just all of a sudden a different station starts playing? You'll be listening to a song, like all of a sudden this advertisement or something starts playing. And that's a totally different channel. It could be the voices in my head. The radio, yeah, the radio's probably not even fucking on. Hold on, this thing's not even on. Should I see a doctor? Should I see a doctor? What do you think it is? I'm possessed? Are you sure? Get the holy water. Get the holy... Oh, you don't do that anymore? What do you do? What do you do? You medicate it? What do you do? Yeah, you fucking morons. I'm so fucking sick of people. I'm not complaining. We're just rambling on. I know, I love it when... Well, then why don't you leave? Well, then... I know. They're nasty. They're nasty, stupid fucking people. And just the fact that they're even paying attention and doing what they can to try to get certain people from talking or anybody listening to the facts. And then they just want to spill their justification. I know, we tried telling them years ago, that's just proving our point more and more and showing people how fucking sick and stupid and demented and how much you will take the bullshit and lies to your fucking deathbeds. And you will fight in the street and stand up for these sick fucking punks. Drive, baby, drive! You will get shot in the face for it, and you're about to. You're about to get shot right in the fucking face. Yeah, let me mirror some of your comments. You and your fucking retarded children. You deserve to be locked up. You and your retarded children. Yeah, no, you should be locked up. It's not safe having you sick fucking people around here protecting pedos lost in your childish delusions. So yeah, some of you should definitely be locked up. I can name a few of you. Death penalty. Death penalty. I'd pack your shit and get the fuck out of here if I were you. You know, we don't have the authority to carry that through, and neither do the proper authorities. But believe me when I say there are forces that exist that are going to take your asses out. Believe me, I'd pack up and go. Seriously, change your names and leave is going to be your best bet with what you've done. You're not welcome here. No, we don't take too kindly to people that like to fucking torture little kids. And it appears a lot of the fucking psychos and people committing fraud and targeting immigrants and mentally ill people around here are gonna fight to the finish because they ate their spinach. And they got stories to tell. And they need pats on the back. And they need praise and glory. And they're not going to be satisfied until we're locked up and medicated or dead. Now, as you can see, some of the third and fourth parties, they don't fucking give a shit. These punks fucking the little kids and torturing them. Yeah, this Hatfield and McCoy shit is their bread and butter. They depend on it. That's how they get away with it. And the Hatfield and McCoy stuff is other people's bread and butter too. But they're not fucking the kids. They're getting fed a lot of stuff from people fucking the kids. And they never want to look at it. And that's what we try to explain to people in these cases. Yeah, it usually turns into fucking psychos. Just they're just jealous. What upsets them? What upsets them? Too much skin? Okay. What upsets them? A Botox? Okay, let's do some Botox. And then they just promote the fucking nasty shit that they know pisses good people off that are trying to help bring awareness, clarity, and understanding to our education and healthcare systems. I can't believe how long it's gone on. What a joke. What a disgrace. What an embarrassment. Exactly. So do you have any suggestions as to how we can get people to report on the facts? Right, you want to continue to allow the people around you to live in their delusional worlds, and you don't want to upset them, do you? I know they work so hard and they got the kids to take care of. You don't want to upset them, do you? You sick, nasty fucking pieces of shit. The proper authorities need to help report the facts. Don't worry, there are other forces that are going to take care of business. They already have been. Day by day, you see them get taken out every day, so I'm not sure where the conspiracy theory is there, but you go ahead and let me know when you see one. Or don't, just keep it to yourself and write a book about it. We're going to release never before seen information. It's never heard, never before seen or heard. Never. It's never before seen or heard. Oh, who the fuck edited it? Who wrote it? Where did that information even come from? What a fucking idiot. I know, and when the people that are doing that are trying to show you and tell you that, and then you just want to call them out as some kind of person doing you wrong or meddling, doctoring things. Is it doctored? Okay, so you should be concerned about a lot of the doctored stuff going on within our systems that are killing a lot of innocent children and people. Don't get me started on the cancer industry. Wow. Those poor kids. You know, back in the 90s, remember? Yeah, that same time frame. And they spiked the AIDS shit. Yeah, sad. And then, look after that. Just take a look at how childhood leukemia spiked after that. It's not a coincidence. And they fucking know this shit. Just like a lot of the ghost hunters know the ghosts aren't real. And how a lot of them are connected to the same businesses. Just like how a lot of the UFO coast-to-coasters know. It's not from another planet. But they like going around listening to people's stories and, oh, it's so interesting. Oh, wow, I've heard of this. Yeah, wow. It's so sickening. It's so fucking sickening. Yeah, psychic industry. A lot of those. Catholic charities. These businesses. And when you see how, yeah, those people, the ghost and alien believers, right, I mean, before a lot of that stuff came into play, when you go back through history, remember The Exorcist and people being possessed? And in the beginning of that movie, they're in Egypt getting some artifacts. Yeah, and some of those archaeological lines. You listen to, what's his name? Graham Hancock on the Joe Rogan show. Yeah, I mean, he does a lot of other stuff too. He has his own channel and all this stuff, but he's been on the Joe Rogan show a few times. Well, we just mentioned that because those would probably be the interviews most useful and helpful to you. And we've listened to them all, yeah. What, Lex Friedman? Yeah, I've listened to a lot of his stuff, actually, about hours and hours and hours, yeah. Yeah, we've listened to a lot. He did some good ones. The one with his dad is a good one, but it's hard to find. I think you got to be a member only now to see it, but I remember back when it aired, yeah, we watched it right around the time they'd done that. That's a good interview, yeah, because his dad worked for Chernobyl, right? Yeah, that's a good interview. But yeah, Graham Hancock, he was known to, he still does, yeah, does the Egypt tours. They like to do the psychedelics. Yeah, I don't know. So in that movie, The Exorcist, I mean, you think about people taking these trips to Egypt and maybe doing psychedelics. And yeah, I mean, sometimes when they start speaking things they don't want them to speak, telling on mommy and daddy for doing drugs, or maybe they got abused. You don't remember right. I'm calling the priest. Yeah, watch my head fucking spin. And they can only listen to the parents, right? Right, so I mean, it's just gone so stupid. Yeah, in 2010 when they signed off on that shit. So a lot of good people got killed and killed themselves. Look at 2009 and 10 and 11, the suicides and stuff. Why is the suicide rate so high with people from the 82nd Airborne Division? Okay, so the private investigator in 2009 who shot himself is in our 82nd Airborne Division. So, the 82nd Airborne Division experiences elevated suicide rates primarily due to its intense operational tempo, the inherent occupational hazards of combat arms, and the immense pressure to maintain the elite status. Serving in a rapid deployment unit creates chronic stress that can break down psychological resilience. High operational tempo. OPTEMPO, up tempo. High operational tempo and standby strain. Has a rapid response force, immediate response force. Paratroopers face sudden, unpredictable deployments, living life on standby and deploying on short notice. It makes it difficult to plan for a stable home life. Now, why did he shoot himself? I don't know. The psychos around here protecting the pedos said it was because he was upset that my sister was cheating on him. Bullshit. I mean, yeah, that might be true, because she's a nasty fucking slut, druggy piece of shit. But that's not why he shot himself. Did he even shoot himself? I remember he was talking about the Mayans and stuff. Right, and David Wilcock, the one who's involved with a lot of the probation programs and that technology with the drones and security surveillance, because the drone technology is heavily connected to the tracking systems, the implants, and people on probation. Right, and it's also used for the same kind of technology you use to keep track of your kids, right? Some people have their animals or kids implanted. Yeah, I remember back when that was becoming, people frowned upon it, so they stopped talking about it in the mainstream, just like stem cells, right? Right, Norm? Give this frog alone. Heavens to Betsy. Yeah, and just how it seems like, the ones we're saying that are fucking with him, or just, their unawareness and ignorance. There's a level, and people that are fucking with those people. Yeah, that's what people gotta understand. And you start seeing kind of those open doors over the years. Get the racists. Yeah, that's why we bring up those memories and happenings back out in Whitefield. And the same people that were ignoring the concerns with child molesters and drug trafficking. And of course, yeah, me, the fat, retarded daughter, drinking. I know. Not good. Not good. I know, and I drank and drove a few times and I had a bad accident. Thank God no one got hurt. I bumped my head on the tub afterwards when I was going pee. I know. I was lucky. Well, I was a big girl and I was pretty drunk, so that's probably why I didn't really. I mean, there could have been some internal injuries and I just didn't notice it, probably. Yeah. Based on my x-rays over the years, but I mean, I've had a number of accidents and altercations in that time frame, so. It's sad. It is really sad, the position they put a lot of people in and the pressure and just the psychos. Fucking psychos, man. But a lot of businesses depend on the psychos, don't they? All right, so you had been talking about the Mayan, the trafficking line. It's like the I-95. So when you reference Mayan, it's coming from the south. So when they say Orion, it's coming from northeast. Northeast. I hear the candle wicks there are really, really good. A good candle wick makes all the difference. You use the reeds. I've used those. Fantastic. I love them. I like how they burn. It's a nice flame. Yeah, it's a wider, more subtle flame. I like that. Right, and then when you see that some of the people connected to him being so upset that he killed himself, and a lot of the ones gaslighting people, the druggies, some of them, they were trafficking in different drugs, dealing a lot of heroin and stuff. It's pretty bad. Yeah, he wouldn't have been okay with that stuff, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons they wanted to get rid of him. Right. But there were other people that wanted to get rid of him for other reasons, and they were using the druggies that wanted to get rid of him for that reason. You see what I mean? Yeah, so it's so many layers. Where are they now? I know, it's so obvious. It really is. Fucking sick, nasty people. Right, so when you start kind of connecting those dots, the fundraising companies, the drug lines, the technology, security surveillance, how we were put on the programs, how some of the state workers and druggies that wanted us put away. We know too much. Yeah, it just becomes a sick, disgusting profit. It's something for him to do, really. It gets old. So fucking sick and nasty. You just want to take a fucking 2x4 and drive it right down their fucking nasty lying throats. I wouldn't suggest it. It's called assault. They might die too. Go to jail for murder. Yeah, we frown upon that, you know. Right, that's what, you know, we have systems in place. We even have the death penalty if they've done something bad enough to warrant that. But you have to be able to prove it. Oh, well, thank goodness. Thank goodness they have these forces that work with the druggies to take care of the problems in the communities. They never want to take care of those problems, do they? Oh, those are usually some of their feeders. We don't like to call them bosses. Yeah, no, I mean the actual problems and abusers. That's too hard and risky. I mean, it's easy taking out fucking junkies and druggies off the street, and they go around fucking hiring them off the street. People no one's gonna miss, runaways, bound to happen. Yeah, they feed a lot of different, you know, snuff industry. A lot of sick people. Oh yeah, like the necrophilic fucks. I don't know, just look at that shit. You can connect a lot of that with some of those sickos. Whatever happened to that dude that got bashed in the head with a hammer? What's his name? Pelosi's husband? Is he okay? Is he fully functioning? Oh, good. We like him to be fully functioning before we give him the death penalty. So they're fully aware. Anyways, much love, health, and peace to you all. You have any other questions, comments, concerns, or suggestions? We're right here. You're welcome. Thank you.
Got a pocket full of death, pop that rocket, stop his breath. Walk it how I talk it, spark it, cock it. Your friends got bodies dropping off his coffin, rob his block and stomp his neck. You probably saw me slaughter, I'll be saucing on you hoes. Watch me sliding with my